Expectations going?
Well, Caitlyn exceeded our expectations. So when we got the first pick in the lottery, we felt excited and great because you can build a good, franchise with 2 first picks.
Have opportunity to tweak the things that you've been doing and fix the things that didn't go well. So it's an opportunity to get better, and that's what I want to see.
You can also feel the buzz in the city about what we're going to be able to do. As long as we focus one game at a time, I think we'll be in a great spot.
Think you can guess what's really going on in the Fever's locker room? The ex-president just dropped some bombshells about team dynamics, and it's not pretty. Alison Barber spilled the tea, and it's hotter than a summer game in Phoenix. You won't believe what she said about Coach Sides and her iron grip on the team. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. But here's the kicker. All this drama, it's happening right when Caitlyn Clark shows up. Coincidence? I don't think so. Imagine being the hottest rookie in the league, walking into this mess. It's like trying to score in a tornado. And get this, these revelations? They could change everything we know about the WNBA. We're talking about shaking up the whole league. The Fever's struggles might just be the tip of the iceberg. Buckle up, folks. This story is about to get wild. Just when you thought things couldn't get crazier, enter Caitlyn Clark. The rookie's making waves, but not all of them are good. What if I told you her greatest strength is causing major headaches for the Fever? It's a twist that's shaking up everything we thought we knew about building a winning team.
So I just voice texted our PR person and said, "Why is my phone dinging?" And he said, "Caitlyn just announced for the draft," and it was thrilling.
Made an effort to get up and put pressure on people. They're fast, I know, but if we can continue to do that, that's just gonna have to be a habit.
And then her just confidence, you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair, like she's a performer.
Caitlyn Clark burst onto the WNBA scene like a supernova, lighting up the court with her incredible skills. But here's the thing. Her debut was a roller coaster ride. She dropped 20 points in her first game, showing off that scoring touch we all knew she had. But then came the growing pains. 10 turnovers in the same game. That's the kind of stat that makes coaches lose sleep. Now, you'd think having a player like Clark would solve all the Fever's problems, right? Wrong. The team's sitting at 1-8, and it's not because Clark isn't trying, it's because she might be trying too hard in all the wrong ways. Here's where it gets wild. Clark's passing skills are out of this world. She's dishing out assists left and right, trying to build that team chemistry. But get this, it's actually causing problems. The ex-president of the Fever, Alison Barber, spilled the beans on this one. She said Clark would pass less and shoot more. Sometimes to the detriment of her own scoring. Can you believe that? A player so good at passing, it's actually hurting the team. But why is this happening? It's like Clark walked into a party where everyone already had their dance partners, and now she's trying to lead a whole new routine. The existing team dynamics are all out of whack. Players who were used to being the go-to scorers are now watching Clark set up plays for everyone else. Coach Christy Sides is caught in the middle of all this. She's trying to figure out how to use Clark's skills without throwing the whole team off balance. Sides knows they need to reduce pressure on her and improve team spacing. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, but the peg is made of pure gold. Clark's not blind to all this drama. She knows everyone's expecting her to be the savior of the Fever, but she's keeping it real. She said, "I know the outside world thinks I'm going to do some amazing things, but that might take some time." Talk about pressure, right? So here's the deal. Clark's presence is like a double-edged sword for the Fever. On one side, you've got this incredible talent that's drawing fans and media attention like moths to a flame. But on the other side, you've got internal challenges that are making the locker room feel like a pressure cooker. Now, you'd think having a superstar like Clark would be enough to turn things around. But here's the kicker. There's someone else pulling the strings, and it's causing major drama. Who's really in control of the Fever, and why is it causing so much tension?
For myself, like coming in, right off my college season and then coming right to the WNBA,
Having that reset has been something that I probably haven't had in like a year.
So selling out jerseys, all of the merch being sold is just one more indicator of what we've already seen in Iowa.
14th win for the Fever. I haven't been in a long time. All right, we keep moving forward.
The answer might change how you see the whole WNBA. Let's talk about Coach Christy Sides. She's got a grip on that locker room tighter than a new pair of sneakers. You might think the players run the show, but nope, it's all Sides. And get this, some players aren't exactly thrilled about it. Remember when we thought Clark was the biggest shake-up for the Fever? Turns out there's a whole other game being played behind closed doors. Players are whispering about Sides' management style, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Take Nia Smith, for example. She's been riding the bench more than usual, and people are starting to ask questions. Is it just strategy, or is there more to the story? Some folks are saying Sides' iron grip on the team might be the reason Smith's not getting as much court time. Now, imagine being Caitlyn Clark, walking into all this drama. You're the hot new rookie, ready to light up the court, but the locker room feels more like a pressure cooker. How's she supposed to find her groove when there's all this tension floating around? Alison Barber, the ex-president, dropped some truth bombs about this whole situation. She said, "When I got this job, I wrote a strategy to build a championship culture. But guess what? That dream's hitting some serious speed bumps. Why? Because of all this internal drama. Here's where it gets really wild." Barber straight up said, "It comes down to who can control the locker room. And right now, that control is all in Sides' hands. But is that a good thing? The team's 1-8 record might give us a clue. So we've got Clark trying to work her magic on the court, but off the court, it's like she's trying to play in quicksand. The team's struggling to find their rhythm, and a lot of that comes down to what's happening when the cameras aren't rolling. Think about it. How's Clark supposed to set up those killer plays when the team's chemistry is all out of whack? It's like trying to conduct an orchestra where half the musicians are playing from a different sheet of music. And it's not just Clark feeling the heat. The whole team's caught in this weird balancing act between following Sides' lead and trying to gel as a unit. It's like they're all walking on eggshells, afraid to step out of line. Amidst all this team drama, Clark's making waves that reach far beyond Indiana. Imagine a player so electrifying, she packs arenas even when she's the visitor.
You know, a team that likes each other, you know, they play harder for each other. They sacrifice for each other. I believe that with my whole heart.
We already get signs that that will be Caitlyn too. But I really don't want to, I'm not a fan of comparing Caitlyn to anyone because I don't think we can say she's a transformational player.
I mean, I'm just really happy for this organization, obviously. I mean, look at these fans, they're incredible. So if it wasn't for them, I don't know if we'd be here.
That's exactly what's happening, and it's got the WNBA scrambling to keep up. You know what's crazy? Clark's not just filling seats in Indiana. She's drawing massive crowds everywhere she goes. We're talking up to 17,000 fans showing up for away games. That's insane for the WNBA. It's like she's got her own traveling circus. Except instead of clowns, it's all about her killer three-pointers and no-look passes. But here's where it gets wild. Clark's not just about padding her own stats. She actually went to the WNBA with this crazy idea. She said, "Hey, why don't we give spot bonuses to the opposing players when I bring in all these extra fans?" Can you believe that? A rookie trying to spread the wealth around the league. That's some next level thinking right there. Now, the WNBA shot down that idea faster than Clark sinks a free throw. Something about it not fitting with their collective bargaining agreement. But you've got to admit, it shows Clark's got her head in the right place. She's not just thinking about herself, she's trying to lift up the whole league. Hey, let's talk about Clark's impact off the court for a second. This girl is money, literally. She signed a $28 million deal with Nike. That's not just big, that's megastar big. We're talking signature shoe line and everything. It's like she's the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, making waves before she even played her first pro game. And you know what people are calling all this buzz? The Caitlyn Clark effect. It's like she's got this magic touch that turns everything she's involved with into gold. Her jersey? Sold out in hours after she got drafted. The games she plays in? Instant sellouts. It's like she's got fans appearing out of thin air wherever she goes. But here's the thing. Clark's not just some basketball robot. People love her because she feels real, you know? She's got this personality that just clicks with fans. It's not just about her sick skills on the court, it's about how she carries herself off it too. She's the total package, and brands are falling over themselves to work with her.
So all good things will happen for players on all the teams. Ticket sales, fandom, viewership, and the league also will benefit from that. So
That's how skilled you are. It's the other end that y'all got to start taking way more pride in and understanding like that is going to win us games.
For the first time since 2016, this team has clinched a playoff spot. You guys learned about it last night.
Let's talk about the future of women's basketball. Clark's shaking things up big time, and it's not just about her killer game. She's pushing for change off the court too. Remember when she asked the WNBA to give bonuses to opposing players? That's next level thinking. The Fever's ex-president, Alison Barber, spilled the tea on Clark's heart. She said, "We're making all this new revenue, and I would like the away team to benefit from that." That's the kind of player who's going to change the game. And get this, businesses are lining up to sponsor the Fever now. It's like Clark's got a golden touch, but it's not just about her. This new generation of players, they know their worth. They're coming in with business smarts and personal brands. The WNBA's never going to be the same.